everyone, this is KimMe of Now That's What I'm Talking About, and today I'm going to be going over the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Cancer sun sign. And I know you guys have been anticipating that. Here I go. I'm going to go over the males first. Alrighty, let's see. It's a good thing to look at your hair before you do all this, you know, and see if it's okay. And I just usually will sit down and plop down. Okay, here's the good, the bad, and the ugly of the male Cancer sun sign. Okay, here we go. A little light over here. Okay, let's see. This is a good. Emotional, protective, love their families, they're caring. Love the home life. They love to be at home. They have no problem being at home with their families. They're thick-skinned on the outside, but lovable on the inside. You know, you kind of have to know them, you know, to know the real them. They're sympathetic. Let's see. They give when they're in love, they give a lot, but they ask for a little. You know, when they're in love with someone. Great businessmen, excellent writers, support causes. They're great at supporting causes. I mean, if they find a cause that they really, really want, and I have a reason, by the way, for doing the male sun sign before I do the female, because, you know, when I do that, I usually will do women before men and basically everything, but, you know what, there is a big, gigantic spider over here. Are you serious? It's got the now to build a web and everything. Have I not done anything over here? Like, where did you come from? Okay, hold on, y'all. I don't like ants. And so, I have some raid, baby. Yes, I do. Raid. There is a plug for raid. You're going to have to get up all up on my... Get your butt from over there. What's wrong with you? I can keep a can of Raid, you guys, for like 2 years because I have it for ants and the occasion water bug that will come in the house. I'm like, what? You're trying to listen to what I'm doing? And I'll get that up. But yeah, he'll fall in a minute. Trust me, with that Raid. Raid will kill you if you spray enough of it. Okay. So anywho, I bet you like, what in the world does she have that Raid in it? Because I had to use it last night, so it was already in here. Y'all wondering, she got the Raid, she just went right to the Raid. Okay, so anywho. So where was I? I just keep it real. I was not going to stop the camera for that, for a spider. I got to get the spider web from I mean, he built a whole little castle over here. I'm telling you, if I put my head through there, he'll probably come in. Ooh. Boy, if you spray the Raid on it, you can really see what's going on. I'm impressed. That's a nice whale. Okay, you guys, let's get back to, let's get serious. Okay, I feel that Cancers are the Gemini's twin. That's just my opinion. I really think astrologers or astrologists have gotten it twisted. I think a Cancer should be what they said Gemini is with like having a twin. Because, you know, this was, you know, I said Aquarius was one of the hardest ones for me to do. This was really one of the hardest, and will probably be, it should be all gravy from here. It should be downhill, because I'm telling you that this is an uncertain sign, literally. But anyway, here's the bad of the Cancer male: moody, over emotional. Oh my God! I mean, they really can take their emotions to a level that you're like, boop, shut up. They're touchy, wishy-washy, meaning, you know, that one they're this way and then they're that way, and okay, they're withdrawn. They cannot take constructive nor critical criticism. This is so true. I mean, you can't even take constructive criticism. Okay. Okay, they do not like being told what to do, even if they ask you. It's like, you know, this is the psychotic, I think, part of a Cancer, especially the females, but the males are this way too. You ask me a question, but when I answer you, you don't want to hear what I have to say. So as long as you are, riding their shirt tail or coat tail or agreeing with everything they're saying, you in there. But as soon as you flip the script and change your sign, like from stop to go, oh no, you can hang that up. Okay. They can be untidy sometimes. They have this need for self-pity. Okay, they love a pity party. Like I was just kind of going with what I was just saying. They want someone to always agree with their agenda. They float with the majority of opinion. So these are people, their mind is whatever's going on that day, that's what's going on that day. But tomorrow it may be a whole different story. Okay, instead of having their own opinion, okay, and sticking to it. So they change their loyalties. Like on Tuesday they may be loyal to you, and then the next day, Wednesday, you wake up smiling and yawning and thinking everything's all right, and next thing you know, hey dude, what's going on? Man, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's not something I want to do. So, anywho. Okay, instead of, let me see. They hate advice. They're jealous. Yes, they are jealous. Very argumentative and will get mad if they are losing a debate. And will start insulting you because they like, wah, wah, wah. You're like, oh my gosh, shut up. Are you serious? Are you an adult or a baby? Okay, here's the ugly. And that was just the bad. Here's the ugly. They will jump from job to job. Although they don't mind working, they will jump from job to job, especially if they're on a job where they're being told what to do. They do not like being told what to do. So being in the military is not for them. And if they do get in the military, it's not going to be for long. Trust me. It's like they put their little toe off and they're saying, I don't want to do this. Okay, here we go. Double-minded. 1 minute they're on this side, two-faced. Very two-faced, as I said. They listen to others, tend to have affairs. This is a sign that does not mind having an affair. The males the women are usually faithful, but the men, you probably don't get played off a time or two during the course of the relationship because they love the attention and being sensual and all that kind of stuff. They're clannish in their patriotism. If they're Democrat, they're going to be straight wholehearted Democrat. If they're Republican, that's the end of that. In other words, whatever's going on, that's what's going on. And when I say clannish, meaning if you're not agreeing with them and not on their page and with what they are patriotic about, you're the enemy. You're the enemy in their book. So, okay, let's see. And ironically, our former president, George W. Bush Jr., I don't know about senior, but junior is a Cancer. George W. Bush Jr. is a Cancer, as well as Hitler. So, you didn't agree with Hitler, you were going into the acid bath. That's what was going to happen to you. So what does that tell you? Y'all better listen to me. I'm telling you, this is real. This is some real stuff here. Okay, let's see. Let me wrap this up with the males. So it's my way or the highway when they're patriotic about something. Get out the boat, Let's see. They're very vindictive. If you do something to a Cancer, and you may not even be thinking that you're doing anything, but if you do the smallest thing, and they're sneaky, they'll do things behind your back and think that you're not going to find out about it, and then get in your face and smile like, two-faced, like they hadn't done anything. And I was like, wow. And I say that because I found that out about a couple of Cancer males that I know, and we'll talk about the females. Okay, they're easily corrupted. Well, they're vindictive, by the way, so they will get you back. So, if you do something to them, they're rebellious, they're going to get you back for whatever it is. You will get got. okay, some kind of way. Okay, they're easily corrupted, so they listen to family and friends when it comes to love, and therefore can't recognize a hater who may be intentionally trying to sabotage their efforts to find love. This is so true, and I hate men like this. I hate this. I hate people like this, period. But me being a female and attracted to men, I cannot stand when a man, he can just be all into you. I mean, literally. He's just into you. You know, he's watching you. He's observing you. And then here comes a hater. Along comes a hater. Like along comes a spider. Y'all haven't seen you come down. I've sprayed some Raid on you. You're supposed to be, I'll get you. Anyway, along comes a spider, you know, and says, oh, man, you don't need to talk to her, man. I know somebody that was with her, man, and hey, she's this and she's that. And you flip the script, just like I said earlier, one of their bad traits, you know, they're wishy-washy. I mean, and they will float with whatever's going on, the flavor of the day. So, you know, Cancers want to know why they can't find love, and usually it's because you can't think for yourself. Get a brain. Which you have a brain. You really, really do have a brain. Very smart. These are usually your writers and everything. So, oh, and I didn't finish the good. Let me tell you about the good. I'm messing up. They're sympathetic in love. They give much and ask. You damn spider. You messed up my whole little thing. Okay. They're sympathetic and give and ask for little in return. They're great businessmen, excellent writers, supports causes, loves excitement and trying new things. They really do that. I'm so glad I noticed that I didn't do that, because those are great character traits of the Cancer. I'm not here to harp on you. Let's see here. And like I said, don't get mad at me. This is for entertainment purposes. Only please get mad at your mama and your daddy for having sex when they did. Yeah, I got to throw that in there. Every sign. Okay. So this is the one I had to make this last because this blew me away. I was like, what? Okay, Cancers, why are you jealous of like a family member's success? Yeah, if a family member has more success than you, it's like sleeping with the enemy. You know, if your wife is more successful than you or is getting more attention than you, you get jealous and feel like, you know, left behind. You left behind. All I can say, and I need to say it now before I forget to say it at the end of this video, Cancer men, Cancers, period, get over yourself, please. You don't want to listen to what people have to say. You take things personal. If someone's not on your page, you're pissed off at them, then you're mad and jealous because someone's more successful than you are. I mean, oh my God. I'm like, oh, y'all must be great lovers. Cancer, let me see. Am I on there? And y'all great lovers, really. Really you are. In the bed, but outside the bed, woo, drama. Okay, here's a Cancer female. I need to wrap this up really quick, so I'm going to talk really fast, like one of those infomercials or one of those health commercials about the pills when they tell you at the end of it, it's going to stab you, it's going to break your, tear your heart out and do all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to talk really fast. Okay, good of the Cancer female will lend money if needed, will participate in a worthy cause, love to shop and get their hair fixed, so they're going to look good. They love kids, love family, especially parents, great with finances, and can hold on to a steady job. And they will usually, the females will usually work 2 jobs, you know, and usually don't have any kids or responsibilities, but so they can be somewhat workaholics. They love their mothers dearly. They love their parents, but they love their mothers dearly, the females do. Usually can cook. Supposedly excellent cooks, will sacrifice for their loved ones and protect their children. Here's the bad. Cannot take advice. Now the bad kind of goes with the bad of the male as well as the ugly, you know, but you know, the ugly, I'll take. Okay, cannot take advice, very opinionated when not asked. If someone didn't ask you your opinion, stop giving it. Okay, likes to jump to conclusions. Can be stingy of material possessions. Now, they will lend money in most cases only if they know they're going to get it back, but they can be very stingy of their material possessions. Jealous-hearted, taunters, and they can taunt people and things like that. Argumentative and will begin to insult if they feel they're losing their mark, a goal, or losing the war, the argument, or whatever. They can get mad. It's like I said, little babies. I don't get that. Everyone's not going to agree with you. And I hate people like that. That think everyone's going to agree with them and what they, their agenda. Okay. They have a fear of being rejected and often depressed and very clingy. Very clingy people. So once they feel like they can talk to you and befriend you or whatever, and they become real clingy. And I didn't know where to put this as a good or bad or ugly, but these are one of your bisexual signs. The females are usually pretty bisexual, if not altogether lesbian, but most times they're bisexual. They're going to want a man in their life. That's just what it is. Okay, here's the ugly. Two-faced. The person telling on you on the... let me hold off on that. They're double-minded, just like the males. So one day they're this way and one day they're the next way. They hate when people sway from their opinion and go to someone else's opinion. In other words, you got to stay with them at all times. Be on their page. Okay, they hate competition or competitive people. Well, they're competitive. They hate competition. I said it right. They will actually lie on someone in order to, or tell a half truth in order to get people on their side. They will. Ooh, psycho. Okay. They don't mind being the other woman. I have known many of cancer women who literally do not mind being the other woman. So, men, I guess that's a good one for y'all. Okay. They have mood swings. Yes, very bad. They have lots of them, and they don't like criticism of any kind, just like the male. But I started out with the ugly with saying two-faced, but let me say this. If you're wondering why on the job, let's just say this scenario. You got this friend and you guys are pretty close. You go to lunch together. They may pay for lunch. I mean, very funny. Cancers can be very humorous. And you guys get along really good. Well, but let's just say you told this employee that you went to on a break and, this is your dog on the job, You told this employee that you went to on a break and stayed 5 extra minutes because you were on the phone talking to your boyfriend. Now, while you're saying all this, they're like, all in your mouth. What? No, girl, stop. Shut it up. Get out of here. Boy, as soon as y'all depart and go y'all separate little ways, trust me. But, Mr. Holloway, I'm not one to tell on anyone, but I just wanted to tell you that Cynthia over here spent the extra 5 minutes on lunch, on her break rather, and I don't like telling on no one, but she did spend an extra 5 minutes on her break talking to her boyfriend. Gossipy? Not only is that gossipy, which you guys are very gossipy. Forgot to say that. Male and the females. Very gossipy. But two-faced, and then you will get right in that person's face and go back to work and just get right in their face like Ann said thing. Hey girl, what's going on? What? And then next thing you know, you, Cancer, see your boss or that person's boss, maybe you don't have the same boss, calling that person in the office. And you just look over there and smile with a little smirk. I knew that was going to happen to yourself. Stop being so two-faced, babyish, thinking everyone's going to agree with you, mad of other people's success. I mean, do I need to go on? This is just, I'm telling you, Cancers, get it together. Get it together. And on the outside of that, you guys are very, like I said, outgoing. At least that's what you want people to think. But, internally, you're very shy and all that and can have a depressed nature about yourself. But you do have a heart exterior, which, hey, if they, what people don't know won't hurt.